Godsmack will be coming down under for the very first time for the Soundwave Festival this very weekend. They released their album 1000 HP last year, and yeah, I've got bassist and founding member Robbie Merrill on the line. How's it going?
How are you doing?
I'm doing real good, real good. So yeah, as I mentioned, you released 1000 HP last year. How have you found the response?
It's been great. We're actually real proud of the album. You know, we all got in the room together, all four of us, hashed out a bunch of songs. You know, it took us like three to 6 months to write it and record it, and we felt like it was one of our best work that we've done. You know, to us, it's like as good, if not better, than the first CD that that made us who we are.
Before that, the release of that album, you had last released 2010's The Oracle. Why is such a gap between records?
Touring, and you know, at the end of the day, it just happened to be like that. Because usually, once you put the record out, you tour it for 2 years, and then you take a break, and then it's got to the point where, actually, it was 4 years. It's like, so we're making a point this time around we're going to do the 2-year touring, and as soon as we get done, we're going to start writing again and try to get another record a little earlier than that. That's our goal.
Oh, that'd be exciting. What was the writing process like this time around? You flew over to Florida to meet up with 2 of the other guys. Yeah,
it's been pretty consistent the last couple of albums. Basically, Tony will write a bunch of riffs. He'll record them, and then we'll get together with Shannon and myself, and we'll put a bunch of ideas down, record them, and have them ready for Sully. And Sully has a bunch of his stuff, and then when we all get together, we sit in a room and we hash out all the stuff. Some songs we might like that we think are good, and maybe Sully might not like it, or he likes it, or he might take parts out of this one or that one. So basically, once we get in the room together, all four of us, we sit there and we'll hash a song out at a time. He'll try to do lyrics and get melody lines going, and then once he does that, we'll record that, put that away, and hit another song. And we try to do that until we get about 20 songs down, the ones that we feel good about. And then we'll do pre-production, and once that's done, we'll try to weed it down to like 15, and that's when we'll call our producers up, and we'll get it in and then start recording the CD. It probably takes, once we're all four of us in the room, it takes probably around 6 months to a year to get it all done from start to finish.
You recorded at your new Godsmack HQ in Boston. Did that add like a different vibe to the recording process this time around?
Yeah, well, the first 2 records we recorded home. It was pretty simple. On the Faces record, we went down to Miami. On the Godsmack 4 record and the Oracle record, we were in L.A. And at the end of the day, it's been like $1,100 a day in the studio, and writing. You have to rent out a place, and that's like $500-600 a day. So at the end of the day, after 3 months, it adds up. So when we built that place, it was more about just being able to relax, and there's no pressure, and you're at your home, so you can sleep in your own bed. Everybody's home, and we'll show up at noontime, and we'll write. We'll be there for like 8 hours a day type thing. 5 days a week, and we get weekends off. It was relaxing. It was easy to do, and we should have done it 10 years ago, but you live and learn.
You recorded with Dave Fortman of Ugly Kid Joe for the second time around. You recorded with him for 2010's Oracle. So what was it like working with him again?
He's awesome. We used him. We had a side project, myself and Shannon and Tony, and we used him to mix it. It was called Another Animal, and so he was a killer mixer. And we turned him on to Sully. Well, Sully, this cat's cool, and we knew he was a top-notch producer, and he just works well with us. He's just got a good sense of humor. He's always laughing. He keeps everybody upbeat. So after the Oracle record, we really loved it. We thought it was a great record, great sounding record, and it was fun to work with him. So we wanted to do it again. So we made the phone call, and he's probably be with us again too, because we had this really good chemistry. He can play all instruments. He's got a really good ear. and he works well with all four of us, individually. So we're pretty pumped to have him back on board. And I think, this album is one of the best work that we've done. So I think at the end of the day, working with him really paid off.
Listening back to the record, songs that kind of stand out were Generation Day and Nothing Comes Easy, which is a little bit different for the band. Where did the influence for those tracks come from?
Generation Day, basically, it's all about, the digital world now. And that was Sully's song. He wrote it. Actually, I watched him. A lot of times what he'll do, he'll just start noodling around with his guitar. So he came up with that riff. And he had an idea of where he wanted to go with it lyrically. And the song was put together pretty quick. Nothing Comes Easy, like all the songs, when we first write the songs, we give them nicknames. And that song was called Marg, M-A-R-G. And basically, it was a joke because we were influenced by, we're influenced by Metallica, Aerosmith, Rush. And particularly in that song, it had a lot of influences of those three bands, and the G come from Godsmack. So it had, we were influenced by Metallica, Aerosmith, and Rush, and it had a Godsmack feel to it. And then later on, he comes up with the lyrics, and they will change the nickname to the actual song. But that's basically what that song. What remembers me about that song is the name. I got a kick out of it.
Yeah, so what we're most excited about is you guys come down to Australia for the very first time this weekend. You guys ready to head on down? I mean, you must be leaving pretty damn soon.
Yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow at noontime in Boston. I fly to Beck, Texas, and then from there I do an 18-hour ride to Sydney, and then a little hour and a half ride to Melbourne. I guess I lose a day. So I leave on Wednesday and I arrive Friday morning. So it's going to be a long plane ride. I'm not really looking forward to that part of it, but I can't wait to get to Australia. We as a band are excited to do it. We've heard a lot about the Soundwave Festival and how awesome it is, and we're excited to get there.
Yeah, we're playing this Saturday, February 21st at the Melbourne Showgrounds as part of the Slipknot, Smashing Pumpkins / Marilyn Manson Day. What are you most excited about for the shows?
I like to see Smashing Pumpkins. I've seen them a few years ago, the band I really want to see, Slash. I'm definitely going to see that. I can't wait for that. I'm a big fan, so.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Because it's your first Australian tour, what can fans expect from the shows?
We toured last year, so we have a set put together. We're basically doing like 6 shows there in Australia. We're doing like a couple of one-offs, and so every show is going to be different. I'm not really so sure what songs we're going to play every night. We have probably 2 hours worth of material that we know that we played the last few years. So when we get there, we'll hash out the set list and jump on stage and go do some rocking.
Yeah, so you're also playing a couple of side shows with Papa Roach. Our one is Tuesday the 24th at the Forum Theatre. They'll also be joining you for your tour in the States in March. But have you ever toured together before? Yeah,
we played with them off and on a lot through the years. We just did a Papa Roach and we did it's called Shipwrecked, where you play on a big ship with all your fans and stuff. So Papa Roach, I've probably been playing with them since 99, 2000, somewhere on there.
Yep.
So we always see those guys around. And Non-Points too. A lot of the state bands we've toured with off and on, either festivals or our own tour, that kind of thing. So yeah, we know everybody. We know a lot of them, and I can't wait get to hang out in Australia. It'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to pretty much be like a whole big party. We're definitely looking forward to you guys coming down to Soundwave this weekend and your side shows Tuesday the 24th at the Forum Theatre in Melbourne. Thanks for the chat today.
You're welcome. Take care, and I'll see you this weekend.